Alright, what's up, YouTube? So, since Joe Biden got the Democratic nomination a couple days ago, um, I thought I would do a video seeing who he would select as his vice president. So, like, this isn't for certain going to be the vice president of the United States, but any of these people could be the Democratic vice president. So to begin, we have Kamala Harris. She's a senator from California. She's pretty well known because for 2020 she ran a presidential campaign. Pro to selecting Harris is that she could appeal to African American voters in the South in states like North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. She doesn't have too much of a similar ideology to Joe Biden, so that could be an issue for Biden selecting her, but she could bring in progressive voters. She was very, very critical of Biden during the campaign, so that might be another reason why he doesn't select her. But a pro is that she's from California, and so they're not taking a senator away from like a toss-up state. So like what I mean by that is like he's not selecting a senator from Ohio where like it hurts the Democrats in the Senate because they might not win re-election. It's California. It's a safe blue state. Next on the list is Tammy Duckworth. She's a senator from Illinois, fairly young. She could appeal to Asian Americans. She is an ex-veteran. She lost both of her legs in a helicopter crash. Pretty remarkable woman. She supports Obamacare, which was spearheaded by Joe Biden and Obama. But some cons are that she never has had a presidential run. I guess that's just one con. And she's from Illinois, so it's not a loss of a toss-up state hold. Like California, Illinois is a solid blue state. Next on the list is Michelle Lujan Grisham. She's pretty new to like mainstream politics. She just was elected governor of New Mexico. The slide says senator from New Mexico, but she's actually a governor from New Mexico in 2019, so she's pretty new. She could appeal to Latino voters in Arizona, Texas, and Florida. These are all toss-up states with high Latino populations that she could bring into Joe's column that he actually desperately needs if he wants to win the election. It'd be a very, very big deal if he flipped any of these three states. And there's actually a high Latino population in New Mexico as well, but it's a pretty safe blue state, and she's from New Mexico, so it's pretty obvious that New Mexico would go for Biden. She did support Obamacare, and she has a similar moderate ideology to Joe Biden. And like Tammy Duckworth and Kamala Harris, there's no loss of a toss-up state hold. New Mexico is a solid blue state. Next on the list is Amy Klobuchar. She's a senator from Minnesota. She's been very supportive of Biden and other moderates early on in the campaign. She has Midwestern appeal, but unfortunately, she doesn't have a diverse appeal for African Americans, Latinos. She has a moderate ideology like Joe Biden, and if he were to select Amy Klobuchar, it would be a loss of a toss-up hold. Minnesota is traditionally a Democratic state, but each year it is going more and more conservative. So it could be risky for the Democrats to pick out a senator from Minnesota, which is a toss-up state. Next up is Elizabeth Warren. She's a senator from Massachusetts, has been in the news a lot. She ran a presidential campaign in 2020, but has since dropped out. Unfortunately for Elizabeth Warren, she has no diverse appeal. There was, I don't want to say a scandal, but a controversy with her claiming to be Native American, and she actually wasn't. So, no diverse appeal, but she's very prominent in government. she's very critical of Biden because of his moderate ideology. She has a very progressive ideology. She is older than a lot of these other vice presidential picks that I'm looking at. So I know the Democratic Party is looking for a younger face, but if you were to select Elizabeth Warren, it would not be a loss of a toss up hold state. Massachusetts is solid blue. Next up is Gretchen Whitmer. She's a newly elected governor of Michigan. She endorsed Biden right before the Michigan primary, and I believe every county in Michigan voted for Biden. She has no diverse appeal, however, and she is semi popular in Michigan, very popular amongst Democrats, and I've actually talked to some Republicans that actually like Governor Whitmer. It would be a loss of a toss-up hold state because Michigan is a toss-up state, but like there's no strength in like what state has the majority of governors, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. And she does have Midwest appeal, and she's young. And the final woman on this list is Stacey Abrams. She is a state congresswoman from Georgia. She actually ran for governor against current governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, and lost, but it was by a very narrow margin. So that brought a lot of hope to the Democratic Party in Georgia. She could appeal to African Americans in the South, like Kamala Harris, in North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. She does not have any federal government experience, though, only state Congress. And like I said earlier, she nearly won the governor election in Georgia. And you'll realize that all of the people on this list were women. Joe Biden confirmed that he would select a woman as his vice president, so that is why everyone on this list is a woman. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, and follow on Instagram. Thank you.